everybody, I'm Allie.
Hi, I'm Anna.
And we are unboxing the April Best Bead box that Anna put together for this month. And it is called
Spring Blooms.
Spring Blooms. So as you're going into the great outdoors and looking, you know, we had kind of the moss growth of last month. We're progressing now. We've got flowers
so now it is
and things
officially
blowing.
spring.
Chickens.
Yes, officially spring now. So punching it up with a little bit brighter and springier colors and some flower shapes.
So when you unpack the box, we get into each box a little landing page. Make sure you guys check out that insert because the landing page, what does it have on it? So that little address, the ideas, what does it have on it?
So the landing page will give you links to the videos for the patterns that are included in the box, as well as give you a list of the project or products that you need for the projects, and then also will give you a number of other items that were in the box and links to videos for more inspiration for those. So if there's an item in the box that you didn't get a pattern for, you might be able to find it on that landing page.
Perfect. Yeah, there's so many materials out there. One thing about our box that we really take pride in is the fact that we give you ideas for what to do with everything that's in the box. So don't limit yourself just to the patterns that are in the box. And speaking of patterns, we have the purse pattern. So this first pattern is the geisha earrings. And hey, look, there's me on the back. What do you know? So all of our boxes come...
You're looking very springy on the back
Looking very springy on the back there. So all of the patterns are going to come with, or all of the boxes are going to come with the geisha earrings. Now, one thing that I know people have asked you questions about, and I wanted you to explain a little bit since this is one of our further unboxing, is the fact that some people say, oh, I got different colors than what is unboxed.
Yes. Okay, so I actually, the cold hard truth of the matter is that I actually can't order the number of one product that I need in one color to meet the number of boxes
of demand. So it's kind of a supply and demand.
So I actually just can't order that many of one thing. Occasionally I can, but vast majority of things that we order, because they are not like mass produced in China, these are from the Czech Republic, so they're smaller batches usually,
and smaller limits of supplies.
Smaller limit. Yeah, there's a limit of the colors and the quantity they can get.
So here you have two examples of the different geisha, and one thing you also wanted to mention was that don't make it necessarily into an earring. So think about the fact that you have extras. So here's one of the little kind of kits that we're doing.
So for the geisha earrings, what you're going to get is you're going to get some dome beads in that 12x7 size. And I give you 6 because even though it is an earring pattern, don't limit yourself just to earrings. I like including earrings because you can also think of them as components. So don't be a slave to just, you know, following the pattern exactly. Use it as a blueprint and then in a jumping off point. So here I just made one into a little pendant. I just put a ring on there, and then that's a lovely little addition to a chain. You could do something in birth colors if you wanted to switch out the colors. And here's an earring. Here's another one. So you've got the delicas on the back there, and you see different color combinations.
Different color combinations.
Yeah, and so the color combination I have here, I've got these domes, and I think it's the hollyhock or plum or something color.
The plum color.
And I have this delica in, again, like very springy, like, not periwinkle, but like, kind of like a periwinkle.
Like violet, like a pale blue violet.
And everyone gets the galvanized gold because that goes with everything, and you've got plenty there to get you through several projects, and everybody loves galvanized gold.
Yeah, you can never have too many of the metallic seed beads, so that's a good one to add.
Yeah, and then some Czech pearls, so you'll get a nice long strand of those. One thing I will say, the Czech pearls, they don't all have little knots on the end.
So be careful when you take them out of your bag.
Yeah, but they actually don't come flying off. They actually stay on pretty well, so you can just kind of pull off what you need. And you only need 6 of them, I believe, for the pattern.
And you've got
I did
way
some
more
with 4, some with 6, So you have supplies here to get you through many pairs of earrings, or to do a whole like chain link bracelet if you just use these as components.
And I love that idea of like linking these together in that fashion. and having them linked together as a bracelet. Great idea. If you've got time, you got time on your hands right now, go ahead and add them together.
Yeah.
And then also, I like the idea of even using some more pearls in the connector too.
Yeah, you've got plenty.
And then the set
And
all
then you'll
comes.
get
I know
some
you're getting
wires.
these because I got the fun of bagging all of these together, your ear wires and your wire guards and your stoppers there. And if you notice, Anna actually didn't use her wire guards on here. She had extra 15-0s, kept the wire guards for another project, and then just did a loop because you do have a ton of extra C beads. One thing that we have changed up with this box in the most recent box is that we're actually taking all of this and it's in a little bag.
It's in a little bag, little
so
packet for
all
you.
of the projects for your geisha earrings or your bracelet or whatever you want to make it are in one pack of beads. So you have this one package that has all the materials. So that way it's not that, hey, I don't know what goes with what or this goes with that. We're hoping to kind of front everybody's questions and
You
problems.
don't have to dig through. You can pull it out. You know exactly what to use if you choose to make the geisha earrings.
And if you do want to pull through and you're disappointed they're in a bag, dump it back into your
Just
box.
dump
Quick,
it in and
don't
shake it
look,
up.
shake it up, dump it in, close your eyes, and that way you can get in and have that pattern as well. So as Anna said, you'll get a number of different color combinations. So make sure if you do make the geisha, and if you make it into a set of earrings, it would look nice also if you stack them, just looking at them here, one on top of the other, or
And
even
here's
into a bracelet.
Quick, just another color combination. I just wanted
pretty.
I wanted to kind of cover my bases here and give people some other ideas. Yeah, some of the pearls are, you know, green or pink and orange, but again, like all of that spring.
We're getting that
all
spring
in that
bloom
spring
as we're working.
feeling. Yeah.
So we have the packets basically of these, and both the XL and the regular boxes will get the packets and the geisha earring instructions. So again, make it your own. Use them as kind of a catalyst and a spring for you to go in and say, all right, I like this pattern, or I'd like to learn. The geisha earrings are really great to learn how to do kind of a kite shape and a diamond shape as well.
Yes.
So it's really kind of a formation and a building on top of that.
Yes.
So then in
I had
addition,
a lot of fun making my geisha earrings, and I made several pairs.
Anna couldn't stop making geishas. Then she made, I like the little pendant that goes along with it. When it's in here, it's just kind of a nice little, almost quarter size by the time you get the beads on it. And then in addition to the geisha, we don't want you to think of this as just a kit. This is also kind of a getting your stash and your supplies and really loading it up. And again, same deal, we're gonna go in and we put it into a bag for you as well. So you're gonna have a second bag if you get the regular best box, which is going to have more materials included. And again, use that reference page so that way you know exactly kind of the different links and the videos that you can use to go along with that. So going in and kind of unpacking that one, we have...
So the additional items that you're going to have to play around with. We've got a pretty pendant here. This is my favorite Peter pendants that we have with the spring branch.
Spring bridge, and it has a loop there on the end here.
It's a pendant, not a link.
So one thing that you want to think about with this, just an idea, grab some wire or even some C beads, brick stitch along and add like green on the interior. So if you happen to get
earrings
green.
that Bridget did, the with the leaves, the falling leaf or...
Yep, so if you go into there and you do the brick stitch around the sides, you can add green, then when you get to your pink here, you can kind of add along the outside. Or you can even take the next thing that Anna grabbed out were the briolets. Little heads up, Anna didn't even know this, but a video coming out soon too will have the briolets in them.
Oh, great.
So you'll have an opportunity to have some briolets. And the only other thing that it uses is seed beads. And it in fact uses some 15-0 gold seed beads. So what do you know?
So if you like the Alexandrite in the gold, you're all set.
You're good. You're good to go to make the spring bloom bracelet, which is interesting. I called it the crystal bloom pendant. So it goes along with the box as well. So heads up, coming out soon. You have that going along with that.
Cool. So some pellet beads.
Pellets are fun because you can kind of face them up.
Yeah, and there's so many different things you can do with them, and they're one hole, so you can interchange them with some other beads.
And then if you put them next to one another, just for the little people that don't know, they kind of form little like boxes that you have that little kind of rolled up right next to one another. And we have pretty pellets in the pink.
Yes, and then we have some Hawaiian flowers.
Oh, those actually have been selling really well online too. I like that this... If you got the last box, we were saying about kind of going into that last kind of mossy nature walk in the woods, that natural beauty, you have a lot of greens and kind of earth tones, that work perfectly with this box. So Anna's kind of unpacking the last box as you're going in. So I don't want you to be confused. This isn't in this box, but this Natural Beauty was the last box. And when you look at a lot of these options.
So you can mix some ladybugs in there from the last box. I have some ladybugs.
I like some of the greens that you had, some of the different kind of seed beads too, even the selection.
I'll let you pick
it out. So just looking some of the magatamas, I'm going to keep it in the bag not to confuse you that way. But you have some disc duos, and those nice natural colors will go really, really well with these bright colors. So think about using the boxes together. So after some Hawaiian flowers, I'm going to do the luau, Hawaiian flowers. What do we have after the Hawaiian flowers, Anna?
So we have to have some leaves with our flowers.
Leaves with our flowers. Oh, these are fun colors. Again, doing the Hawaiian. I can see right away taking some of your brown cord that you may have gotten and taking them through, doing a knot, taking them through, doing a knot. So just nice and simple. Really
very simple, and then you're going to get some oval duos also.
So when I come to the oval duo and disc duo, check out the landing page for that, because there are definitely projects with that. Oh, we get the oval duo with the setting too. Very cool.
So you get the oval duo. There's a lot you can do with the oval duo. Yes, including now I'll give you a little spoiler alert. If you get the XL box, you get something really cool to do with the oval duo.
Oval duos. And the oval duos are great. They have two holes if you're not familiar with them, and they have basically a blank surface. So if you don't have a crystal to glue into there, think about the fact that you have glue. So you probably have Elmer's glue, Mod Podge right on the top of there. I could see some really, really cool actual pressed flowers being put in there. That would look awesome. Somebody do that. Use some pressed flowers and do that in there.
What I've done too is I've used something like this, like an oval duo or any kind of other link. And even if I don't have something that's exactly that size, I'll use like the different rocks or other different beads that I have and just glue them on. So like a mosaic. Yeah, so I'll use this just as a base.
You can also, so if you have some Loctite glue, you can take little seed beads too, and seed bead in there and make your own little
and pour them in and make a mosaic.
That's really cool. Yeah. Good idea.
So there's lots of things you can do with them.
Take your 15 O's and your needle and put a little glue in there. If you have your little Crystal Fix tool too, it'll make it a little bit easier to go in there. But you can take a needle and just kind of position those. I'm thinking now my mind is going and I'm like, oh, it looked really cool with some of the 15s from the last box. 15s from some of this box and making almost like a stained glass look and gluing
Exactly,
in there.
Cool. So you don't limit yourself by just thinking, what do I have that's this size? Put a little glue, pour some things in there, and like a little glitter kind of thing.
Ooh, glitter bombs.
Little
glitter bombs on there as well too.
Maybe put some pellet beads in between, whatever you do. That'll be
the pellets would fit nicely in between because they'll sit space up. Good idea.
And then you get some pretty little flower charms here. So if you make a necklace, bracelet, whatever you want to do, you can add a little flower charm.
I even like the idea of sticking the flower charm into here, and then going back to your geisha, you could have this as basically a whole like charm necklace that you could hang all of these things onto as an actual charm necklace. Would look really cool.
Or just, you have two of them, so even just put them on earrings, and there you go.
And there you go. Bam.
Yep. And then everyone gets a fun little cabochon.
Fun little kitty cat.
Yeah, fun little kitty cat cabochon.
Fun little kitty cat. It's a 10 by 14. So there is a pattern with mood cabs that you can check out with that one as well. Also, I think this is cute to just take a little magnet, one of the neodymium magnets, and just magnet it and like stick it on people's random things. It's like, oh, it's a kitty cat. Fun stuff.
Yeah, the cabochons I like including in various sizes because they're great for people who do more advanced beadwork and also people who just like to glue things. So it really
if you got some glue, have some fun with it.
And you can also do some bead embroidery and get really involved. You could even take your geisha earring pattern. You could put this guy inside.
Or you could glue it inside.
You could glue it inside and just kind of, do a, kind of modify that pendant a little bit. So, so you could use a lot of that stuff
You
together.
could even glue your cabochon to the back of your geisha earring too. So I like that. So one thing that I have a lot of patterns that I use 2mm pearls for and 15O seed beads and delicas. There's a couple more even coming out too. So this is kind of a great, Anna didn't know what I was making. I didn't know it was in the box. And it's a great kind of combined effort. So there's a lot of videos The geisha earrings, I love these used because even if you're not a fan, again, you learn how to do that kite shape, and you also have materials that are used in a ton of designs.
Yeah.
And then you can use all of these extra things in it to kind of vamp it up and make it all to your own.
So now, so that's the best box. Now, if you get the XL box,
You get all of this
you get
stuff.
all of this.
Plus, Anna, Vanna, show us more.
Oops,
You're back to the natural beauty. Put the natural beauty
too
away.
many things going on
And
here.
I'm going to show you guys the project for this one.
So I have, so the ocean flower earrings. And again, what you can do with these earrings is if you don't use them as earrings, just use them as components. So now the ocean flower earrings, use the oval duos.
Oh, using the oval duos that you had. Very cool.
Yep. So now you're using your oval duos, and we're giving you the additional items that you need to make these earrings.
So same deal. You might not have the exact same colors. There's different color selections. So you're going to show us a different color selection right now?
Yep. Yeah.
Cool.
So you're going to get some Eva beads.
Evas, fun. And the Evas, again, there's tons of projects for them, tons of patterns for the Evas as well.
Yeah. Tons of things.
And what else do we have?
And then we've got some oval flat backs. You're going to get those in like a brighter springy color. We have pink. We have the
peachy
color. Yeah, and I think we have like a orangey color, so something brighter for spring.
And they go right in those oval duos, so you can kind of glue them right in there.
Yeah, nice. So they go right in there. And you've got some pretty little Potomac crystal rounds, and you have more than you need there, so you can use them for another project.
Those go with the briolettes.
Yeah.
So they're in a project to come up with the briolettes as well,
and
too.
those colors will work well together.
They will.
Yeah, and then we've got some 15-0 seed beads. You don't need many of those. So you'll just use a little bit of those.
Oh, yeah.
And
you
so
hardly
you've
have
got
any.
ton to use
And the
for
gray
something
Ceylon,
else.
did you use all gray?
Yes.
Because that's a great base color as well. So between your geisha 15s, your geisha 2s, and your 15 Ceylons, you've got a ton of kind of staple seed beads working on.
Yeah, and in the spring, things get kind of bright, so you can use this to tone something down so it's not too bright. And then we've got some post earrings in those pretty roses.
Oh, I like those pretty roses. These pretty roses, I know Teresa used them in one of her videos as well, too, as I drop one on the ground. Another little idea, the reason I wanted to take these out is because you have kind of a little opening in the flower that you don't even realize. So if you're glue happy, the title of this box is going to be Glue Happy. If you're glue happy with the Spring Bloom box, grab one of those crystals and glue it in the middle. So your 2mm crystals, you can grab it, glue that in there, or one of your seed
like a tiny
beads.
little chaton.
Very cool.
Yep.
I like those a lot. So those are the ocean flower earrings. Again, when you're looking at the ocean flower earrings and you're looking at the example, you have kind of the written instructions. They have the pictures in there. They show what it is. And then this is the lovely Miss Bridget on the back here. And it also has a link because with all of these patterns, not only do you get the patterns and you get kind of that landing page of what to do with all that extra stuff also, but you get a YouTube video. So if you're having trouble, you're struggling with it, you get the YouTube video, which you can watch in addition to the actual printed patterns as well. Which, if you ever want more printed patterns or more patterns, you can get them via our website and download them from there. So that's another little heads up on that one.
Okay.
All right, now even more, Anna. Show us what more
so
we got.
then you get a few more things in here. Some pearls, because everybody loves pearls, and we have some springy colored pearls.
Spring. Our pearls call spring to, or just say spring has sprung. I'm going to dump the pearls out because I love pearls.
Pretty.
So freshwater pearls.
Yep. And I like throwing in some rounds because you can use those for so many different projects.
And now
Again,
I'm going back and I'm like, okay, I've got that going on. I've got my blues and greens.
So,
and I'm pulling from the original materials too. And going in with there.
And also a push clasp. We're throwing in here this filigree kind of push clasp. So that way you can take a lot of these items that you can string.
Oh yeah, basic string.
Mix them with some other items from other boxes.
I like this coppery rose gold.
Yeah, so you get copper or silver.
And just to show everybody how the push clasp works and then give you another idea if you're not crazy about push clasps. So push clasps, they work that, ready? You should hear it. Hear that click. They click in there, you push back on the little lever, and you put that in there. Another idea for your push clasp. This is filigree. So, if you want to make a really cool modern necklace, throw this out. And what you can do is use this almost like your design pendant. I would put this and start designing, coming back off it. Take a wire cutter, just cut off the middle. Literally,
Yeah,
I would
like
just
file it down a little bit.
file it down, cut off the middle, and there you go. And you have this like beautiful, almost box looking. You can even like put a secret message in there if you want to. Or again, going back into the glue, throw some seed beads on top, glue them in place. Somebody was just asking in our Facebook group about kind of settings and kind of that cachet or some of the women's clothing stores that have like this with all little crystals in it. You can make your own. So cut off that middle link. You've got 2 to link onto. Take your crystals, take some of your other seed beads, and actually design with that on it. So
the other thing you can do with something like this is you can just add like chain to either side, and you have this opening here. What you can do is you can take a piece of leather or anything that you can take, cut, and do a little fringe with, and stick it in there.
Oh, that's a great idea.
So then you have, I don't know if there's anything that I have like I can show, but basically I can just even show with a piece of paper.
Hold on. I got scissors.
Yeah.
Scissors and glue. So what Anna's saying is, let's see how my measurement. I think my measurement is too big.
I think you're
on
a
the
little
fly,
too big.
I'm a little bit too big. But on the fly with some...
You can take ultra suede.
Which would look better than what I'm doing.
Oh, yeah. I didn't bring any over with me. But you could take any material that's thin that you can cut and do a little fringe with. And you're just going to leave and... Yep,
so this is a terrible example. Terrible example because it's just with a little piece of felt. But you can take that little ultra suede or that little leather and hang it down.
Yeah.
So that way you have kind of that nice modern boho chic look to it. I actually really love that.
Yeah, I like that idea for it. And you have a necklace where you did like layers. So you can even do layers of this and stack it. You just have to make sure that it fits in there.
And the other thing that you can do then also is you have the loops there, and you can hang down things in front of the fringe too.
Yeah, absolutely.
For like an even more modern thing. So I love this edition. Honestly, I would not use it as a clasp because I'm now like, oh, I need to use it this way. This is the way that I need to use it. But it's a really cool clasp as well too. Has a nice clip to it, and you can have fun with that too.
Yeah. So I like including things that you don't have to use just as they are, but there's lots of different options. So you're getting really more than just a clasp. You're getting something funky that you can turn into something else. And now with these earrings, I also wanted to show, if you didn't want to use the Evas, you can switch out the pellet beads for the Evas.
Oh, fun.
You can switch out the pellet beads for the Evas and the little crystals here. So instead of picking up the Eva bead and the crystals, you're just going to pick up a pellet bead. So that fits in there. Some of the pearls may fit in there.
Your 2mm crystals, 2 of those would also fit in.
Yeah.
You could go right across if you want to keep it more bright and change up the designs. We love to see kind of what you guys change up and what you design. And the other thing we love to see is what you guys do with the box, because the box is a nice sturdy box, and we like to see kind of what you do with the box, what you make with the box, and all of those kind of different ideas that we have going in there.
And I don't want to forget to mention
the
forget-me-not. So this is the bonus pattern. So if you get the XL box, you get a bonus pattern. And the bonus pattern is just like a freebie pattern that we send out. So you're not getting a packet of materials that go with that pattern, but this does require that you use some 6mm beads. So we do have some 6mm check faceted rounds in here. So you can use these, and they're in that pretty like light topaz color, which would be a great center to a flower. And so you just need to really use some seed beads, which you have from previous boxes. And I think you might already have some.
You already have your 3 and 4mm snake rounds from your previous box as well, too.
Yeah.
So that previous box will get added in to this design to do this. Also, most of you probably have 3s. This forget-me-not bracelet, which has the little kind of inserts there. Keep in mind that if it doesn't fit going around, super forgiving, what you can do is go in and use 5. It would be 5 of your 2mm rounds instead if you want to do it in that nice champagne. You could also even use your freshwater pearls as a switch up. Use your freshwater pearls, your 2mm crystals, and do that forget-me-not.
Yeah.
Again, a great one that's like kind of a learning pattern.
Yeah, it's learning, and you can also just use a lot of other things that you've already got in the box and switch things out. So yeah, I like to try to make sure that this one isn't like a super complicated that you have to go online and buy a ton of things for.
You already have it. And the seed beads, again, you already have 2 different colors of 15s. Keep in mind when you're doing these things, again, look back what you got the previous box, because a lot of times Anna thinks, okay, this is building on, like you already got these beads, or you already got something very similar to this that you can work through and get. I was saying about a video coming up that I have the briolettes, the 15-0s, and the 2mm for, and you've already gotten, the other thing that's going to be in it is a Rivoli. You already have the Rivoli from a previous box. So you should have all the materials to be able to do that crystal bloom pendant as soon as that comes out in a couple days as well too. So starting to build your collection, the last box, what are we going to call, the last box we were like, this is a super friendly,
super stringing friendly.
Super stringing friendly. So this one, the Spring Bloom, it's a super switching.
It's a super, like, think outside the box one.
Outside the box. Think outside your box.
Yeah, because there's so many things that you can switch in and out. The patterns, you can have a lot of fun switching things up. And yeah, so
really kind of making it your own. And then also looking back and thinking about some of those other patterns that were included in the box, you've got more of some of the materials, because there are certain things that, you know, you're going to use pretty much 15s, 11s, or 8mm in, or 8OC beads in most of your patterns and your designs. And the one thing that I love seeing always is that Anna's picking nice kind of friendly colors of those things that will then translate into great ideas for next box designs as well. So with all of these different unpacking and unboxings, one of the main things we want to say is check the links below us, because that will link to that landing page that says kind of those ideas, because it's not just the patterns that are in the box.
Right. For many of these beads that you get, we also give you ideas, links to the videos. So PotomacBeads.com/ideas, and you will get right to that page for inspiration, for box inspiration.
And Anna takes a lot of time to do those pages, so make sure you check them out, because we are constantly looking for and thinking, oh my goodness, okay, oh wow, we have so many more videos on that than we realized, or what could you use in place of this, or what could you switch up? So it's like problem solving. Look at your box too, and visit that ideas page and look at some of the previous boxes as well, because it might give you ideas that you weren't necessarily thinking of as you're looking for it. So Anna, again, Spring Bloom, we'll do a little clap for you. Little clap for Anna. I like the fact that this really, I think, builds on the last box, which I like. Way to think about that.
Yep.
That you're building on from your previous box, and you say, okay, these colors, these nice springy colors, are all going to go with kind of that mossy and earth tones from the last one. And then also it's building up your base supply and your stock of everything too. So, as always, also remember you can hit the little button in the corner to subscribe to get regular updates from us here at Potomac Beads. If you've never purchased a box, you want to check it out, and all those links, again, check below too.
Yep, and we have a brand new updated landing page for that. So it's super easy to understand exactly what you're going to get. What is not included in the box, like tools. We can't send you pliers every month.
Can't send you pliers every month.
Though I wish I could, but I can't. So it outlines everything really well. So if you have any questions, always feel free to email me. But that landing page, I do want to give a shout out to Amber, because it looks amazing.
So good job. So we have fun creating those pages for you, getting these boxes to you, and bagging them all up, and having all of the supplies ready and waiting for you at your doorstep. So you don't need to think about it. You can just sit down, enjoy your comfy chair, and create. So as always, from us, thank you so much for watching. Enjoy your April box, and I am super looking forward to see what you have next month as well.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
what everybody makes
on Facebook.
What everybody makes. Yeah, but I was going to say, I'm pretty sure you know exactly what's going to be in May already. But yeah, join us for the rest of April too, looking at some of these materials. Like I said, you've got them for some of the videos coming up, so that's awesome as well. So thanks so much, everybody, and enjoy your box.